Welcome back to DA Griffin Hobby. My name's Dave, and I just got back from York, PA. Okay, I didn't just get back. I got back last night around midnight, and I obviously was not going to record then. It was a great weekend. I went out first thing Friday morning, spent the day Friday checking out the show, talking to people, and just having a good time. It was nice for me because York doesn't really like people to record in the show, or at least some of the halls. So I just said, I'm not going to record. I'm not going to worry about a video. I'm just going to go relax, have a good time, look at some trains, and hang out with some friends. So for me, it was a relaxing and enjoyable day. It was good. I think this year's show was better than the one last April. I feel like there was a little more stuff, a little more people, definitely plenty of trains that caught my eye. And while it would have been fun to document all of that on video, being there just one day, I really didn't have the time. If I had ended up going back Saturday morning, then maybe I would have tried to sneak in some video here or there. But as is the case at most shows, I've seen plenty of items that were a really good price and plenty of items that were, in my opinion, exaggerated. But then, me, I'd rather get a less perfect model for a good deal than the perfect, shiny, brand new model for top dollar. So for the damaged stuff, the worn stuff, the played with stuff, that's the stuff that's got a history anyway. One set I always keep my eye out for is the MPC era F3 Pensy units. And somebody had the AA set with the add-on B unit. That might be, because I didn't buy it, one of the ones that nags at me later, because it was, I think he wanted 200 for all three pieces. So that would have been nice. I was really in a $10 car kind of a mood. So that's where my brain was. I just really didn't feel like spending it. And it's not really something I need, but I really wouldn't mind having them. Since I don't have video of the show to show you, April York show to show. Anyway, since I don't have footage of the show to present to you today, we might as well take a look at the items that I picked up this time at the York train show. One of the things was this shirt from Hennings Trains. One of the vendors that's always very popular is JT Megasteam. Very nice people, an amazing selection of products, and scents that you would never even think of. I don't use a lot of smoke fluid because all my stuff is the older style conventional, either pill or early fluid smokers. So I don't go through this stuff very fast. I figured I need some more scents. I might not be back at a show like that for a little while, and they give you a good deal on 3 bottles. I got Cinders, Frying Bacon, root beer. Trying to lure my kids out to the train room. I actually had a root beer icy Friday at the show. It's delicious. I've been very happy with the JT Megasteam I have. Coal-fired steamer. Coffee, bacon, root beer. Am I a little food focused? And it's good stuff. So if you're looking for a good smoke fluid with all sorts of options as far as scents, JT Megasteam. Check them out if you haven't already. It's always hard for me at one of these shows to break the seal and purchase something. So a lot of times I go to these shows, I'm not looking to spend a lot of money. I like to keep it under $200 regardless of what show it is. It just makes it more sustainable for me. Sometimes committing to that first purchase is hard to do. So my advice is to start out on the low end and get a $10 boxcar, like this 6454 New York Central car. I could be wrong, but I don't think I have this brown car. I have a few of these, but I don't think I had one of the brown ones. So I saw that and I was like, $10, even if I've got it, I don't care. It will look good with the Baby Ruths and any of the other smaller boxcars. Speaking of Baby Ruths, I didn't get one, but 2 Baby Ruth boxcars. Each at the higher end of my spectrum at $10 each. 5 would have been nice, but they are both, for the most part, in really nice condition. The trucks are a little beat. They need to be cleaned and tightened and resecured to the bottom of the cars, but they look pretty good. So unless I miscount, that's 8 Baby Ruth cars I have now. Why? I don't know. I don't even like Baby Ruth. And it's not that it's a bad candy, but I'm not interested in candy that could kill me. So I stay away from the nut-infused candies like Baby Ruth, but still, it's an awesome car. Now, I don't know a lot about the varieties of that car or the different things that make it worth something. I do know there's a car that looks identical, but it's a 6454, and that was only released 1 year. And I believe that's the one that you'll usually see for $100 or something like that, because it's harder to find. But being a budget-conscious guy, I'll take the more common car. I mean, maybe it's a little different, I don't really know. But I'll take the $10 car any day. Of course, if I find a 6454 version for 10 bucks, 15 bucks, you know I'll get it. If you've been watching for a while, you might remember when I took a couple of the Erie 2032 Alcos and custom wired them so that I could run them together off of one E-unit or separate on their own E-units. I like the versatility of that. I can use them separately, I can use them together. It's, I could put them both in one direction and lock them. It gives me flexibility in what I want to do with those engines. And I'd been thinking about doing that with another post-war engine, and that would be the 2243 Santa Fe F3. It's a great engine. It comes as an A-B set, and it's one of the first engines that I purchased as I started getting back into the hobby. It's a single motor, but it's got magnet traction and it pulls really well. But I thought, an ABA set would be sweet. So I've been looking for another A or AB set for quite a while, and I hadn't found one under $120. It wasn't that important to me. But this time, as I was walking around, I found this one for $65. I offered $50, he took it. Now I have a new project. So I want to wire this 2243 so that I can use it independently, or with the other A unit, or with the AB unit. So I could have an AA, an AB, or an ABA. So that will be interesting. I mean, I have no idea if this thing works. It definitely needs to be taken apart, cleaned, gone through. Hopefully it's functional. But this is a project I would really like to work on, so hopefully that gets me back into the mindset of taking these things apart, because it's been too long. Now it's time to play, does this thing work? Let's find out. We have lights. Maybe it didn't move right away, but anytime you hit one of these things with power and it doesn't spark or smoke, I take that as a win. So I moved the E-unit. Let's see if it works. Well, how about that? It works, it's smooth, definitely needs a cleaning. So this project has potential. I'm pretty happy. I know, that's kind of a light haul for York. But don't worry, there's a few more items to take a look at. These next 3 items are all from Grusbowski. I can't say it! Are all from Grusbowski's. They always bring such an amazing selection of stuff to these shows, and I got a chance to chat with Joe for a little while, and super nice guy. If you get a chance, check them out online, at a show, at their store. Definitely worth shopping at their place. This car caught my eye initially for the $20 price tag. So who doesn't like $20 cars? I was not finding Weaver stuff that I wanted, mostly because Nick got there before me and cleaned it all out. This car just seemed a little different. Not visibly, I mean, it looks like other cars I have, but it has a die-cast frame. It's really a very solid weight. It's a Western Pacific car. Now, I have some Western Pacific cars. Not necessarily that I'm a Western Pacific fan, but I keep finding these cars at good prices, so I'm a fan of that. I got out my scale. I want to see how much this thing weighs. 1 pound, 8 ounces. The heavy boxcar. I think that will be going towards the front of my trains. I just realized everything I bought was Lionel. No Weaver, no Williams, no MPH. That might be a first. I've seen this next car a few times, and I've seen people run a complete train of them. I think they look good. The Tropicana car. And it has die-cast wheels and axles and all that, so it's got a decent weight to it. Not 1 pound, 8 ounces, though. This one comes in just under 14 ounces. If they had had more of those for $20, I definitely would have picked up a couple more. They didn't, or at least I didn't see them. So I picked up this car for 20 bucks. And this one is the Pacific Fruit Express. It will add some color to my scale box car lineup. I have a lot of browns, dark reddish, a couple silver, some red, but the orange will definitely brighten it up. Just for informational purposes, the Baby Ruth car is 12 ounces. I was about to weigh this MP Sierra high cube box car. I already added weight to it. Not a lot of weight. Even with what I added, it's still only 8 ounces. That's a light car. That one's got weights too. Oh, this is the one I was using to test the upper loop. So I put a bunch of weight on the bottom so I could fling it around the layout. And everything was going great until it went off the edge and snapped off the end of the walkway. But considering it dropped probably 50 inches onto a concrete floor, it could have been worse. As I always do, I had a great time at the show. It's just such a great environment. And it's great seeing some of the other guys who do these YouTube channels and getting to meet a bunch of you. It's just so rewarding to get all this positive feedback. Is York worth going to for you? If you can get there, I think it is. I've always had a good time. I mean, it's a train show, but it's got such a wide variety of stuff. Depending on what you're looking for, you're going to find something. Old and rusty, new and shiny, they do have it all. Hopefully, I can clean up a little bit in here, get a workbench set up, and get cracking on some of these projects that I've got sitting here. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time on D.A. Griffin Hobby.